Hi all, welcome to Instrumentation Engineering Professional Training Course. I am Rajendra P. Patil, graduate Instrumentation Engineer by qualification and a power plant head and consultant by profession since 35 years. I have worked with world-renowned consultants like EIL, TEIL, PDIL, Chiyoda, SpeakAPAC, NKK, Toyo Consortium in various projects. I have also been working in cooperation in operation and maintenance of chemical and cogeneration power plants. Why skill training is needed in instrumentation? It is needed because there is a big gap between engineering institute studies and skills demanded by the industry. Institute syllabus is unable to enable fresh engineers land into a decent job. Do you know that instrumentation is a very much in demand profession, but there is an acute shortage of capable instrumentation professionals? This is my experience too, as I have been interviewing engineers since 20 years. Instrumentation engineering is a multidisciplinary profession which demands knowledge of electrical and mechanical process in order to develop, run, and maintain a successful instrumentation and automation system in continuous and batch process plants. Hence, in order to transform you from a raw graduate engineer into a most sought after instrumentation professional and also to enable to ace interviews, this skill training becomes very necessary. This certified industrial instrumentation professional course will empower you and enable you to get ready to take up straight away the instrumentation field duties and responsibilities without waiting for the organization's training schemes. This will help you save your time in learning the ropes of the industry as well as save the expenses of the organization in training you. So this will make you ready to join and adapt to the industries immediately and work on par with the engineers already working in those sites or factories. What are the objectives of this course? Objectives of the course are to learn the fundamentals of industrial instrumentation and control systems, their design, installation, commissioning, operations, and maintenance functions. Also to learn different types of indicating, measurement, recording, monitoring, and controlling of industrial instruments and automation systems. Again, to learn application of industrial instrumentation concepts for process measurement, monitoring of process, and controlling the industrial process both in field and control room. And again, to learn about metering skits, metering systems, batch control systems, fire and gas alarm systems, and emergency shutdown systems of continuous and batch process control systems. After completion of this 5-month course, you should be able to do design, engineering, sizing, selection, procurement, execution, calibration and testing, commissioning, operation and maintenance of any process plant instrumentation. You should also be able to read, understand, and interpret correctly the instrument drawings like P&ID, instrument hookup drawings, cable schedule, loop drawings, instrument index, IO listing, interconnection drawings, logic and interlock drawings to efficiently control the process parameters of any process plant. You should be able to differentiate different types of instrument cables, cable laying, glanding, and termination in the control panels and junction boxes. You should be able to understand concepts of PLC, SCADA, DCS, HMI, marshalling panel, RTU, communication protocols, and loop testing. You should also be able to configure and tune PID functions of single loop and multi-loop controllers. You should acquire ability for design, selection, and sizing of instruments, sensors, signal and control cables, cable glands, control halls, isolation halls, panel power supplies, relief valves, section valves, signal isolators, and relays. You are required to complete a working instrumentation system involving all the above systems. You should be able to prepare data sheets, specification sheets, calibration reports, procedures for commissioning, operation, and maintenance of control systems of any process. And now to the real thing. Who will wish to offer you employment or job, that too a decent one, after the completion of this course? You see scores of such companies on the screen, a few of which are oil and gas sector, power sector, mining sector, steel sector, cement and chemical sector, automobile sector, food and pharmaceutical sector, aerospace and marine sector, turbo generator and boiler manufacturing, process instrument manufacturing, system integration, project consultants, and EPC contractors, etc. This list keeps on growing with advent of new CNG, LNG projects, semiconductor projects, etc. In short, instrumentation engineer is very much necessarily needed by all process and manufacturing plants. And now you can imagine how large and wide is the job market for an instrumentation professional. The scope of this training doesn't end here. There is business scope also with this training, and suitably trained certified instrumentation professionals, apart from working under various organizations, can also excel as entrepreneurs, as instrumentation consultants, instrumentation contractors, system integrators, turnkey instrumentation system contractors, as well as instrumentation system suppliers. Also, they can excel in manufacturing of industrial instrumentation panels, control panels, cables, cable glands, cable lugs, analytical instruments, and junction boxes. They can undertake freelancing instrumentation system, third party inspection and testing, asset management assignments, and AMCs. So, now what are the typical responsibilities of an instrumentation engineer? Instrumentation engineers will overlook complete instrumentation design, engineering, procurement, logistics, installation, calibration, testing, impulse lining, cabling, glanding, termination at junction box and marshalling panels, control room panel erection, interpanel cabling, panel wiring, testing, power up, and commissioning, as well as supervise the configuration of DCS and PLC. Post project commissioning, instrumentation engineer should operate and maintain the instrumentation systems and assets for their good health and trouble free operation. Instrumentation engineers should chalk out preventive breakdown and predictive maintenance schedules and plans and record the activities for future reference. Instrumentation engineers should study the control concepts of the process and be able to diagnose and troubleshoot the systems during shutdown and bring back the situation as well as the system online at the earliest to bring down the downtime. Further responsibilities of an instrumentation engineer is to work in tandem with fellow mechanical and instrumentation engineers to fix the problem during breakdown and swiftly bring back the process into line and into action with minimum downtime. Further, responsibilities are preparation of instrumentation documents like P&ID, instrument data and specification sheets, cable schedules, interconnection drawings, instrument index, IO sheets, sequence and interlock drawings with right sizing and selection. Overall, instrumentation engineer should be a team leader as well as a team member in his scope of functioning because instrumentation engineer is the key operational and maintenance person with a connection to practically all departments of a process and manufacturing unit. He is the key person whose performance decides the performance of the organization he works with. Some of the industries recruiting for this training profile are project consultants, EPC contractors like Petrofac Limited, Toyo Engineering, Petron Engineers, Chiyoda Corporation, ONGC, Macon, Hyundai Engineering, Samsung Engineering, Avantgarde Engineers, Jacobs, Flor Daniel, Quest Global, Saipem, Technip, Technimont ICB, Texal Engineers, etc. And the list keeps on going up. Some of the process industries wishing to recruit instrumentation engineers for operation, maintenance, and troubleshooting are Ultratech Cement, Reliance Industries, Adani Group, SR Steel, Jindal, Jindal Power, IOC, BPCL, HPCL, ONGC, Indorama Synthetics, Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers, Thapar Group of Industries, Birla Group of Industries, Mafatlal Group, Bombay Dyeing, Shell International, NTPC, Nalco, BASF Limited, Sandoz, to list out some of them. The list is too long and it also includes medium and small chemical industries, process industries, and lot many of instrumentation contractors. The course syllabus is prepared with a industrial viewpoint to enable you to undergo structured training right from fundamental concepts of instrumentation to the highest level of project and process instrumentation and control. The concepts are useful for controlling any industrial control system very efficiently. The training course prepares you to shoulder responsibilities of a total project and plant instrumentation professional rather than externalizing. Such training makes the instrumentation trainees acceptable for all the roles of an instrumentation engineer in all types of organization. And I will be training, mentoring, and sharing my industrial experiences with you so that you will be transformed into a job ready instrumentation professional. So, now looking forward to meet you in the Certified Instrumentation Professional course online. Thank you.